Hello there everyone, Chibi here. Hope everyone out there's doing well and seeing back once again with some more Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket ranked matches. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out an all Glaceon deck and see if I can manage to win a game or two online with it. This deck is very simple in its composition as it just revolves around Glaceon EX and the Glaceon that came with the Eevee Grove set a while back. And we're going to try to put these two cards together, see if they have any synergy at all, and see if we can overcome what ranked may bring our way. But I will have the entire deck list in the description of the video below, should you want to try this deck out for yourself or simply improve upon it. And yeah, that's enough of me rambling, and let's go find our first game. Alrighty, looks like I found my first opponent here, and we are going first, which is not a terrible thing with the water deck, but we can't really do much on turn one, honestly, because we can start it with a normal, regardless of what we do. They'll have a Misty in our hand anyway. And we're playing against a Psychic deck, and they start opening up with Mew here, which could be a lot of things. Mew just kind of fits into everything. Alright, we get an Eevee here. We got one of each of our different Eeveelutions in our hand. Got an Oak, so let's lift it up a little. Alright, we get an Eartress so we can heal. Get another Eevee. Almost got our full bench built up. And that's all I could do. I'd like to see a Misty next turn so we could play our Glaceon EX. Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with either one of the Glaceons, Glaceon EX just has the has an ability to where in between turns, your opponent just takes 10 damage, and it's a good way to kind of put them in a race against time to prevent the chip damage from Glaceon. And Glaceon, the normal one that came with the Eevee Grove set, has the ability to just do 50 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So you can kind of just snipe without actually snipe and play around things like Oricorio, basically. Alright, let's get energy into this Eevee. Fortunately, I didn't exactly draw anything that missed to be useful for. And we lost our Glaceon EX, so we have to play into this Glaceon. They're running Ho-Oh, which I would like to run a Ho-Oh deck and Lugia deck, but unfortunately, even this late in the game, I haven't really drawn all the cards that I've needed to make that happen, because there's a lot of combinations I think Ho-Oh would be good for, but unfortunately, I just have one, and it doesn't really work too well with just the one Ho-Oh. I did manage to get 2 Lugias, but I feel like Lugia is also just kind of horribly dependent on Ho-Oh. Considering that you need one of each energy to actually do anything with it, unfortunately. Right, we got our Poison Barb. We're going to use it on this Glaceon. Put this Eevee on the bench. And we'll start chipping away at the Ho-Oh. Alright, now unfortunately, Ho-Oh is going to pop us for 80 and build up either Snorlax or Mew. I think Snorlax would be the best bet because I don't really have anything that Mew could really pull from. That's the deck I wanted to try. Not that Rayquaza. Well, yeah, that Rayquaza. And Ho-Oh, because I feel like that'd be good. I feel like it'd be good for Dragonite as well. The fire energy doesn't really help Dragonite too much. But you do get 1 fire and 1 lightning. Or 1 lightning and 1 water energy to push Dragonite forward. So while it's not perfect, I do believe it could help. Alright, well, let's shuffle our deck and hope to God that I eventually draw into the Glaceon that I lost. We're going to keep this one out here. However, though. Alright, Rayquaza is going to be ready to go next turn. See what they opt to do with Ho-Oh. Probably continue building, since they know they can KO this Glaceon. Alright, now I don't want to bring Eevee EX to the front, because if I lose it, then we just lose. Alright, not really getting anything too helpful, unfortunately. We get a Poison Barb there. Alright, 3 of these are Glaceon, and they're probably all on the bottom. Alright, well, we're going to lose our Eevee. Nothing I can really do about that, unfortunately. All right, they've got that whole bench built up just like because I'm unable to KO Ho-Oh. All right, for the love of God, we need Glaceon. All right, we got it. However, problem is now I have to hit on Misty. Like if I get a Tails here, it's gonna be hard to win. It's gonna be hard to win. All right. I almost never get heads on anything, so that was not a shocking development even in the slightest. All right, well, if they also have a Sabrina, this game's over as well. Unfortunately, when we got red carded at the very beginning here, that kind of ruined everything. All right, they're going to bring in Rayquaza. And if they hit this Eevee twice, then that's going to be it. Well, somehow they only hit Eevee once. I don't know how that worked around. But we are kind of still in a bad way here. We can't evolve, which is going to help a little bit. But... Alright, we're going to heal here. And play Airdrop. We don't have a lot of hope, but there is some, I guess. Alright, let's see what they have to do here. They're going to put Rayquaza back in the hand. I mean, Ho-Oh's a guaranteed KO, but so is Snorlax. And we do, unfortunately, lose our Glaceon and all of our hopes and dreams along with it. All right, well, we're going to drop the first game to a unique Ho-Oh deck that we could not, unfortunately, play around and get built up fast enough to get into what we needed. So we got completely destroyed. But good game to the opponent, and hopefully have a little more luck in the next match. I'll be back when I find my next game. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here. And we do have the good fortune of going second. All right, not a terrible opening hand. Do have our Glaceon EX. Looks like we're going up against type Null, though. Also, they're running Electric, so I wonder if they're running alongside type Null here. All right, they're going to play a Giant Cape. Give them a little bit more health to play with, but they can't do anything because it's they went first. All right. Let's go ahead and get our third Eevee out here. Get it onto our bench. Get an energy into this Eevee. Woke it up. Hopefully I see a Misty and another Glaceon. All right, Poison Barb and a Pokeball so we can mill our deck out and get our final Eevee. All right, so not bad. Let's get a Poison Barb into this Eevee. And draw one more card. How about it? And we do get another Glaceon. All right. So we got two. I was hoping to see a Misty there. All right, we'll let them hit this Eevee. And that Eevee's going to get hit for 40. All right. Well, we'll evolve it into Glaceon to give us a little bit more room to play with. And I guess I'll put an energy into this Glaceon on the bench. And put a Poison Barb into this one. Alright, now hopefully I can luck my way into a Misty. That'd be nice. Alright, so they got their Silvally. And they played a trainer card, so we do lose. Our first Glaceon. But we'll get this one to the forefront. No, I do think... Oh, actually, we just win here. So, yeah, there's really... They got nothing on the bench. And, yeah. That was going to be all she wrote. Looks like they break pretty badly there, which we will always gladly take. And we managed to go 1-1 with Glaceon due to our opponent's unfortunate unfortunate luck of the draw there. But good games that opponent. Know it back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here. And we're going first once again. I feel like I've been going first a lot. 2 Misties, but no Eeveelutions. And back-to-back type null. Alright. Alright, we do get another Eevee. And I can't make use of this Eevee's ability to draw. And that is all I can do right now. We do draw into our normal Glaceon, which is nice. But we're going to get hit. We could lose this Eevee if they get heads on this coin toss, actually. Well, no, we don't. I just saw the fire. I saw the fighting energy and thought that we were going to get damaged for our weakness. I'm stupid. But either way, we only take 20. Okay. All right, we get an Eevee EX. Throw that on our bench. All right, let's get this Glaceon out. See if I can get 1 heads on a Misty. That would certainly be nice. We do not. I am not surprised. Put energy into our Glaceon. And that's it. I could heal, but if they play a trainer card and have Silvally, we lose Glaceon regardless, so it really doesn't matter. Alright, we gotta hope against hope they don't play a trainer card here, so we can hold on to this Glaceon, and they're gonna play a trainer card here. So we lose our Glaceon. Alright. Missing on that Misty, unfortunately, may have doomed us here. And we get another Eevee bag. Alright. Well, we're not drawing into anything we need, unfortunately. Alright, we get another Glaceon, but we're going to lose this Eevee, so it's not going to matter. Yeah, we just lost. Well, unfortunately, that's going to be all she wrote. Unfortunately, we could not draw into anything we needed. We just didn't have enough time, unfortunately. You kind of go get some of these faster decks, and I have to go first on top of it. It just kind of almost feels insurmountable. All on top of everything else, unfortunately, and on top of everything else being my bad deck building. But a good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my final opponent here, and we do get the good fortune of going second. Hopefully, we can draw into what we need this go around. We're going up against a grass deck, so it could be a plethora of things, because we haven't seen our opponent's opening card, of course. Alright, what are we going up against? Celebi, alright. So what kind of Celebi deck we running here? Celebi Superior, Celebi Leafeon, could be many, many things. Or just Celebi. I've played a deck myself where it's just Celebi, and you just try to heal it. And try to outlast your opponent, which is not necessarily the smartest thing, but is a fun little challenge to try if you're looking for something. But it is just Celebi Superior. Alright. Get energy into our Glaceon. Get some Poison Barb into our Glaceon. Hook it up, live a little. Alright, so we can heal. We get another Poison Barb, but we don't have much of a bench to speak of. But we do get a Misty. So hopefully, for the love of God, I can see a heads on a coin toss, and we can get our Glaceon going. And they have already got Superior, so this could already be game over. Oh God, I can't win for losing. Yeah, they've already got their Celebi. Well, thankfully they missed, so we do get to live long enough to get a Glaceon EX out. Alright, we can get this Eevee EX out as well. Alright, let's get our Glaceon EX onto the field. Alright, now we'll play Misty first. Let's see if I can just know what a heads looks like. Alright, we get it. We only get one, but we only needed one. We'll go ahead and put a Poison Barb onto this Eevee in case they opt to switch. Alright, they're going to take 100 here. And next turn we can get rid of Celebi. If we don't get demolished by Celebi. And they are gonna, if they attack, they are going to take 20 damage if we survive. Alright, they're going to get 4 coin tosses here. And they need 3 to KO me. Alright, they no longer need 3 to KO me. But they can't win off just hitting Eevee. Alright, 2 KOs me. They already got 1. Alright, we live to fight another day. And that Celebi is poisoned. Alright, let's get energy into this Eevee. Get it out of dodge. Evolve it into Glaceon to give it some more health. And we'll go ahead and get rid of the threat of Celebi. And I imagine they're going to bring in Superior. Now it can't attack me. It can't attack me next turn, which is a plus. But it also doesn't survive a turn, which is also a plus. Because we do one-shot it. So they kind of have to bring in this Celebi. But let's see what they actually decide to do. We're going to put a Leaf Cape on this. Now, Superior does survive 1 turn. I mean, they kind of have to retreat. Alright, they do bring in Celebi. They can't attack just yet. Alright, we get an Eevee bag. Now I can, in playing said Eevee bag, do 100 damage and they will take 110. But I think I'm going to opt to save it. I'm going to play Eardra just to get some energy into this Glaceon on the bench. Make things a little bit harder. I'm not going to play the Eevee bag. Or should I, actually? You know what? I am going to play the Eevee bag. This might be a dumb decision. But I want to put them into a position where if they opt to attack with Celebi and they don't KO Glaceon, they lose. Well, they lose regardless. Because I'm going to bring the other Glaceon and then that's going to finish Celebi. So basically, we're just trying to make them not attack with Celebi. Because even if they KO Glaceon, they have lost. So we're just kind of playing for in-game now. And they opted to concede. I mean, they could have drawn it out, but they couldn't really put themselves in a position where they could attack. And we were just kind of going to go around in circles. But we do manage to get to 500 with the Glaceon deck and go 2 and 2. So not horrible, but we do kind of just break even with it. But better than nothing. But good game to the opponent. If I didn't say that already. If you made it this far in the video though, I think I should say I'm thinking we end things here. If you made it this far, I do thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.